I can make that change. I, Professor Nikki Belligrinis, can do it. I can make these changes in my classroom. I can create my courses to include many opportunities for students to work together, to collaborate, to learn from each other, whether during discussions or assignments or for even assessment. I can look at more realistic ways to assess students and fight against traditional ways. I can keep trying new ways to find the best ways to meet the needs of my students. I can provide my students with opportunities to explore real materials and equipment that they would be using in their field. I can provide them with opportunities to really explore roles through role play or simulation. I could pose real problems in the field that they could together provide solutions for. I could provide ample time for reflection to take place in every single class and in every assignment. I can connect them with community organizations and allow them to take part in the community. I can invite community guest speakers into our classroom. I can change the way I assess students and the way I plan for the course to happen by following the needs of the students and having them take lead and make decisions. I can ensure that learning will take place in small groups as opposed to larger groups, which can be frustrating and for many, an opportunity to feel lost and overwhelmed. I can get to know my students, build relationships with my students, get to know their learning styles, and adapt to how they learn. I can get to know more than just their names. I can learn their struggles and the impacts of external factors on their learning and offer ways to support. I can ensure that their learning environment is a safe one that everyone feels included, one that has limited barriers such as rows of tables like a lecture. I can use updated resources to make learning better, such as the inclusion of technology. What I can do best for my future students is to continue educating myself on post-secondary education. I hope to study PSE in the near future to better myself and to become an educator that students enjoy and can connect with.
Creating a comic, creating a skit. Using art.
Subjects and dates did you memorize just before an exam, never to use again? How many A grades did you get, which were never asked for when you applied for a job? How many times have you remembered something 5 minutes just after the teacher said stop writing, only to receive your results 1 month later to realize that you were only 1 mark short of the top grade? Does that mean remembering 5 minutes earlier would have made you more qualified for a particular job? Well, on the application form, it would have. We all have different abilities, thought processes, experiences, and genes. So why is a class full of individuals tested by the same means? So that means Sherelle thinks she's dumb because she couldn't do a couple of sums. And if this issue is not addressed properly, it then becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Then every school has the audacity to have a policy on equality. The irony. Exams are society's methods of telling you what you're worth. But you can't let society tell you what you are, because it's test us with tests, but the finals are never final, because they never prepare us for the biggest test, which is survival. And what I suggest is fairly outlandish, so I do not expect everyone to understand this, except for the kids who knows what it feels like to be worth no more than that D or that A that you get on results day, and the ones whose best stories were never good enough for the English teacher, because apparently you missed out key literal techniques, did not follow the class plan, and the language was too informal for him to understand. But then he'd reference Hamlet and Macbeth, and you'd fight the urge to express your contempt by partially clenching your fist with only your medius finger left protruding in the middle of your hand, and then asked if he was aware that Shakespeare was known as the innovator of slang, or the kid at the back of the class who thinks, why am I studying something that doesn't fuel my drive? So you want to get a degree. Why? Let me tell you what society will tell you. It increases your chances of getting a job, provides you with an opportunity to be successful. Your life will be a lot less stressful. Education is the key. Now let me tell you what your parents will tell you. Make me proud. It increases your chances of getting a job, provides you with an opportunity to be successful. Your life will be a lot less stressful. Education is the key. Statistics. Jesus, Muhammad, peace be upon him, Socrates, Malcolm X, Mother Teresa, Spielberg, Shakespeare, Beethoven, Jesse Owens, Muhammad Ali, Sean Carter, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Michael Joseph Jackson. Were either of these people unsuccessful or uneducated? All I'm saying is that if there was a family tree, hard work and education would be related, but school would probably be a distant cousin. If education is the key, then school is the lock. Because it rarely ever develops your mind to the point where it can perceive red as green and continue to go when someone else said stop. Because as long as you follow the rules and pass the exams, you're cool. But are you aware that examiners have a checklist? And if your answer is something outside of the box, the automatic response is a cross. And then they claim that school expands your horizons and your vision. Education is about inspiring one's mind, not just filling their head. And take this from me, because I'm an educated man myself, who only came to this realization after countless nights in the library, with a can of Red Bull keeping me awake till dawn and another can in the morn, falling asleep in between piles of books which probably equated to the same amount I had spent on my rent, memorize equation, facts and dates right down to the letter, half of which I'd never remember and half of which I'd forget straight after the exam and before the start of the next semester, asking anyone if they had notes for the last lecture. I often found myself running to class just so I could find a spot on which I could rest my head and fall asleep without making a scene. Ironic, because that's the only time I ever spent in university chasing my dreams. And then after nights with a dead mind, I then find myself in a queue of half-awake student zombies waiting to hand in an assignment. Maybe that's why they called it a deadline. And then after 3 years of mental suppression and frustration, redefine how you view education. Understand its true meaning. Education is not just about regurgitating facts from a book or someone else's opinion on a subject to pass an exam. Look at it. Picasso was educated in creating art. Shakespeare was educated in the art of all that was written. Colonel Harlan Sanders was educated in the art of creating Kentucky Fried Chicken.